when you look at the Italian elections, and actually Tom threw me a curveball, as he usually does, last week by asking me whether this was as big a deal for, geopolitics as the French election was. Now, there was a moment in the French elections where you could have foreseen a kind of Le Pen-Mélenchon runoff. Italy feels different, and yet.
Yeah, I mean, and yet is the potential weakness of the Italian economy, third largest economy in the Eurozone. As we know, very large levels of public debt, 150% roughly of GDP. However, I always note about Italy, a lot of private money, a lot of private savings, unlike in Spain when it saw its debt rising very highly. And that gives it a cushion, I think, financially. Okay, there's some weak banks. There's some real risk with non-performing loans. So the worry is less, how can I put it, the skew to extreme politics. The worry is, do those politics and the resulting coalition prevent Italy from continuing its slow progress to growth? Because unemployment has started growing, employment has started growing again. The growth rate is picked up a little bit. That could easily drop off again.
You see that in per capita growth, where it's finally, after everyone else, leveled out and picked up a little bit. Let's look at a Good Morning Must Read. This is one of the jewels of Bloomberg View. I really recommend a regular read of the output of Fernando Giuliano. He is just absolutely superb here. Italian souk increasingly set on going back to the future, supporting the 81-year-old media tycoon, Mr. Berlusconi. Italy's productivity crisis predates the introduction of the euro and would not be solved by leaving the single currency. Nostalgia, welcome back. It is about nostalgia, isn't it?
Well, everyone's got an element of nostalgia right now, in the sense that people are looking for strong leaders who give them relatively simple answers. Italy has the added problem right now of a heavy migration flow that has raised support for the Lega Nord and for other, and also for Beppe Grillo and for other parties on the extremes. And so I think that unpredictability at the moment is leading to a popularity for strongmen.
David Page, is that nostalgia in the United Kingdom as well?
Yeah, to some extent. I mean, there's a diverse range of things that are driving the Brexit view in the UK, and part of it is nostalgia, and part of it is, some elements of government looking for an ultra sort of trade.
I mean, I came over and the Queen finally sat down and did an interview. I saw that she...
Yeah. Of course you did. Highlights coming shortly. Maybe we'll get her on the phone because Tom's here.
But it is a nostalgia, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not looking forwards. It's not looking to see how the UK grows. And I think the same is true with Europe. There is an element within Europe that could see, the next stage, the move to the next decade. But it's not obvious that is in the ascendancy across the continent as a whole. In fact, there are obvious forces that will resist that.